everybody, and welcome to this special noon edition of UG with Duff and Eazzzy. I'm Duff. He's Eazzzy.
Easy. Yeah.
How are you, buddy?
Outstanding, brother. Doing really good.
Good. So, in UG news, some fairly substantial business happening from last night that we'll just get out of the way real quick and out of the to move on from it with an early departure from whiskey business in the Country Club Championship tournament. As a whiskey business member, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm not going to lie and say that I wasn't mildly disappointed for our guys that put a lot of work in. Head-to-head is one of the, I'll say the biggest coin flips, more than these Thursday night games, for Christ's sakes. Biggest coin flips around, head-to-head. A lot of people play it. You don't know how good someone is behind the scenes because you don't see any of that. You only see tournament stats and you see royales. So they had some hot shooters and they earned it. I don't want to say we gave it away. I think they took it from us and they earned it. So good on them. It just shows you that one of my famous lines is just get me to the dance. I'll find a partner when I get there. Just get into 8th place and figure it out. Anything can happen. So. And I've always told you, Duff, and I've said it to Mike before, I said I think it's good when someone else besides whiskey business wins. So congratulations to them, and I look forward to the rest of it. We'll support your stream the whole way through, regardless whether we're in it or not.
Awesome, and I appreciate it. And actually, whiskey business came down to the last shot of the fifth game of the third game last season as well against SB Fight Club, and also got knocked off, and then pretty much cruised to victory from there. But it's an awesome tie. Like you said, just get there and anybody can win. I have a feeling we might see an upset tonight. So we've got Speakeasy versus Shock and Awe, and then Dudes and SB Fight Club. I would not be surprised if we see the two bottom teams advance out of both of those brackets. Anyway, yeah, absolutely. And I would love it. It would be absolutely fantastic. It's good for everybody.
I think it's good for the game. Yep.
Absolutely.
Good for the game. Yep.
So the perfect record, unfortunately, that San Francisco defense, my God. Thankfully, I had them in fantasy, so they were. It was unbelievable. Was it 6 sacks, 2 picks, and a touchdown? It was ridiculous.
Well, I was disappointed that we lost it for the people. And if you go back and actually look at my slide, I think the very first sentence says, "This screams 49ers." And I tried to outthink the room, and I just thought that this is about the time of the season last year when Stafford came into Tampa Bay after Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl the year before. Stafford came in, and everyone said, "Oh, this guy's from Detroit. He sucks." And he lit them up on national TV, and then all of a sudden the Rams turned it around, and then you know what happened. They won the Super Bowl after that. So the Rams on paper and at the end of the year are going to be better than San Fran. They've just got a couple of offensive line issues, and Stafford gave it away. I had Tyler Higbee for anytime touchdown. I don't know if you saw it at the 8-yard line. Stafford threw a duck, and that was on him. But he was running for his life, scared. And I just tried to go against the grain and tried to get too clever. But it is what it is. We're 3-1 now.
Absolutely. Now there are 62 people that are a perfect 4-0 so far in this. A couple of names: Brad B from I believe Canadian Club. He's
we know Brad. Yeah.
4-0. Miyagi Paul from the Dudes, he's 4-0. There was a couple other names. Shredder, he's 4-0. And like 60 others. So there are people 4-0. Bliss on Tap, we've seen him around. He's 4-0 to start. So good on him. And we're gonna make this one quick and easy this time. We're gonna jump right into. Well, let's do a little. Remind everyone what it is first. So this is the weekly tournament or the bi-weekly. Now, is that every 2 weeks or twice a week? I think it's both. So Ultima Golf now is running tournaments on the Monday and Thursday night games, and it's a bonus tournament. These weren't there a month ago. So you're getting extra ball rewards, extra club points, pin bay, like everything is extra from what it was a month ago. So what you have to do is you have to go into the game, go into the little bullhorn in the upper corner, enter promo code, and you're going to put in a code of one of these two teams. So this week we got the Colts and the Broncos. So if you want Indy to win, you're going to put in IND. If you're going to want Denver to win, you're going to put in DEN in that promo code. And at that point, you will be able to see the tournament. So unless you put in those promo codes, you're not going to be able to see it. Now you have until 8:30 to enter the code, but you have until the end of the game, till normal closing time, whatever it is, 11:15, to actually complete and play the tournament. So make sure you guys do that. This turn, people are playing this more and more and more, and I think it's catching on. People are complaining about the free ball. Get lost. It's a ball. It's a ball that wasn't there, and it's extra. And there's going to be 30 some odd of these. So if you get a chance, even if you go 50-50 and you get 15 balls, yeah, that's amazing. But all right, big guy, we're on to your screen now. Your slides are up. Tell us, Big Eazzy's breakdown by the numbers for this 5th session of the Ultimate Golf Thursday Night Scramble.
Well, I just run down some stuff for you first on how I got there, so I'll do that quick and get that out of the way. Both teams are 1-3 against the spread right now. The spread opened up at about 2.5. Then we've got the news that Jonathan Taylor is out, obviously, so the line's up to 3.5 in most places. I have a small piece on Indy plus 3.5, but that's a different game altogether. The total is down to about 42.5. If you are into this, the Colts have got 9 straight unders. I'm looking at first half under some points in my own little world. Two teams that are very disappointed starts. 2 brand new quarterbacks come over. They both have playoff aspirations, and they're both garbage right now. I'm not going to lie to you. They're 31st and 32nd in the league in expected team total points. So that means that they're underperforming tremendously. They're supposed to be getting about 21.2 points a game, and they're only getting like 13. You've seen some of the garbage games we saw, 11-10. It's a little disappointing. But you know what? As soon as we say that, we're going to get a barn burner on Thursday night. So stick with it. Thursday games seem to be, they seem to start slow. So I'm again looking at under stuff here. Matt Ryan is terrible with some long yardage stuff. He's underusing Pittman. The Broncos are missing a couple of key guys. Randy Gregory, who's their best pass rusher. Not sure that's going to be big enough to help them out. And the Broncos are without Javonte Williams. So we saw what happened last week when they tried to bring in Boone, and Melvin Gordon's got a case of fumbleitis. So they actually signed Latavius Murray to come up and play. So we'll see what happens there. Something you might be interested in, rookie head coaches are Numskull there in Denver. They are 8-18 against the spread. Denver's plays 7th slowest in the NFL, so they're a pace kind of a team. So that's what we've got as far as some of the little tidbits. Russ is 33 against zone defense, and there'll be a lot of zone tonight because I suspect that they'll be blanketing Pittman. So you've got my breakdown slides up. I would rather see Manning versus Manning tonight, to be honest with you. I mean, we're not going to get that, but that would be an exciting game. This game just screams a low-scoring game, a bit of a run game, a close game, probably a couple of turnovers. Quarterbacks, they're both terrible. They're both past their prime, I think. If I had to bet, gun to the head, Russ has probably got the edge. He's a bit of a better game manager. Running backs, we're going to have to give the edge to the Broncos. Wide receivers are a bit of a wash. The defense, I also give a slight edge to the Broncos. And the coaches, I'm going to go with the comeback. The big comeback in Buffalo against the Houston Oilers. Frank Wright, way back in the day. I don't know if you guys remember that, but he's got to be the better coach than that other guy across from him. Holy smokes. So at the end of the day, I've got a real slight edge for the Broncos. I'm going to go Broncos get a grade D overall for a 52% win. I take the money line. I'm not interested in betting this game at all. As I told you, I got a little bit on the Colts on the other side, and I'm very interested in the under and probably the first half under 20.5. That's my breakdown, and we're gonna do a little earlier in the day. We're gonna do a little Cabot Trail here. I don't know, Duff, you've had this before, probably, eh?
Oh yeah, I'm familiar. I'm familiar with it.
It's like the Maple Baileys. So that's what I've got.
So do you think if Denver loses tonight, is Hackett out? Do they stick with him? Like how do they?
That would be tough because then that means you failed as a that's just like Russ. That means that investment is brutal. It's easier to get rid of the coaches. We know that. I think they stick with it and they maybe pull a little bit of duties away from him. They allow Russ maybe a little bit more control over the offense, audibling out of a lot of the plays. I don't know. He's struggling right now, and he was a decent coordinator, but I think he's just in over his head. We'll see what happens. But winning is contagious. Winning is infectious, right? And winning fixes some things sometimes. So Russ is a game manager. I could see this being a field goal game down to the wire, 2017, 15-14, something ridiculous like that. I don't see a lot of points, a couple of turnovers. So I'll be watching it. I always do. And there's opportunities to bet in game there based on what you can see with the tempo and things like that. So
Denver just looks like every time you watch them, like you're screaming one thing and then they just do the unexpected. It's almost like a what not to do video. Here's what not to do, and then just watch the first 3 games that Denver played. It's unbelievable. It's like it's like when the gym teacher coaches the high school football team but has never actually played football.
There you go.
Really is what it is.
As soon as I say this stuff, they'll do the opposite, right? So Pittman will go deep because he's got no plays over 20 yards with Matt Ryan throwing the ball, and I don't know what's wrong with Matt Ryan. I mean, he's got a decent arm. So tonight, this will be the opposite. Pittman will go deep for 87-yard touchdown, and they'll do the opposite. But the problem is it's a short week, so when you have a short week, you don't really try and do too much different from the prior week. You're basically just trying to get your bodies together. Some guys skip a few practices, but you don't come up with an entire new game plan and try and put new things into the offense or defense. You basically just try and get through that short week. So I see more of the same that we've seen on these Monday night, Sunday night, Thursday night games, these slow, methodical, boring games. It's good on paper at the beginning of the season. Like I said, both of these teams had playoff aspirations, but it's going to be a dud, I think, but we'll see.
Well, absolutely. And the NFL schedulers, when they put this together, they're not, if they knew the position both these teams are in now, there's zero chance they get a Thursday night game. Zero chance.
Got it.
Oh, dear God, please, Pittman, go deep. I took him early in my draft. Not crazy early, but early-ish. And man, just shit in the bed. Come on, buddy.
Week 1, I was doing some dances and I was getting a little chirpy. And since then, I've been real quiet with him.
Oh, I know. He's got, for our rules, he's got 10 points in the last 2 weeks. Well, in the last 3 weeks, because he missed week 2, right? Like
one of them, he was out in week 2.
Come on, buddy. Give me some points. Anyway, so that's you've got Eazzy's pick here. We'll throw that back up. We got Eazzy's pick. He's got Denver just by a nose. Just 52%, which is a D, almost a D minus there for the big guy. I'm sure he'll be all over this action once the game starts, though. So big night ahead. We've got Shock and Awe, Speakeasy, Dudes, and SB Fight Club are going to play in the Ultimate Golf Country Club Championship Tournament. Tomorrow night, remember, Friday, there's that Tournament Royale is going to run at 7 and 8. I know I love that format. Easy. I know you're a fan of that one too, and you excel at that one. So you're going to get 2 chances to play that one back to back, 7 and 8, whether you're in the tournament or not. So that's always fun. What else? We have Madness. It's a Madness week in Ultimate Golf. I believe we've got some special tournaments coming up this weekend. And yeah, I think that's about it. The UC wrapped up last night, unfortunately. This happens every week. I play the first 2 rounds, and then because it's a streaming week and we're running this Ultimate Golf Tournament, Country Club Tournament, I never play the final. Down 50 balls. Oh, well. I'm sure.
I didn't either.
I got a few in this stash.
I was, as you know, I was busy tabulating, and I just couldn't do it, and I didn't play the finals. I had Ian in my bracket, so I think first was a pipe dream, but it was, I don't want to say it was easy, but, top 3 would have been okay for me, but couldn't do it. Sorry about that. Actually, that's a nice segue right here. My boy just jumped on, and, Duff, a quick thing for us here. You always talk about it's all about the people, right? It's, the game's awesome, and the game's what brought us together, but what continues to keep us engaged as a group is the people. So we've talked about the storm, and we still hope that I know they're cleaning up and they're displaced and they're still figuring stuff out. So peace out and prayers and thoughts to all our people out that way that were affected. But we've got one guy in our team, Ryan, who his little guy just went through some stuff, and I just want to give him a shout out. That's to our boy Gage.
Nice.
And that's his Breakfast of Champions, and we'll get the lefty back in, Gage, and don't worry, it'll be bigger than that by the time you're done with it. So that's just a little shout out to him. Tough little guy.
Absolutely. So that's T-Larg in the game, member of Whiskey Business right from the get-go, and he He's an awesome team guy. He's always around, good for a laugh. He's like the John Daly of Ultimate Golf. If you give him a chance to rip one down the fairway, she gone. It's just hit and go. The guy gets so excited when he makes a fun drop or something. He's the penultimate locker room guy. Like he's
your locker room guy for sure.
He's not the best tournament player in the world, and he'll admit that. But he's out there, he has fun, and yeah, his little guy just had some pretty major surgery there, getting his arm all fixed up, and they're definitely a real good sports family. I know they love playing their basketball and baseball too in the summer. And anyway, yeah, Gage, get better, buddy. Come on, you got this, dude.
Yeah, drop some love in the comments for him and show him that we care.
Absolutely. All right, big guy, I think that's it. We'll wrap this one up. We'll keep this one short and sweet. We'll meet again, I believe, Sunday. There's got to be a Monday night game. It's only Canadian Thanksgiving, right? Absolutely.
Sure.
So we'll do this again Sunday night, and hopefully we'll see you guys in some Ultimate Golf Country Club Championship streams. And I am Duff. He's Eazzzy.
Easy.
And we're out of here. See you, boys.